Now, I started my career in the mid 80s, and since then I've been, a student of foreign policy. I've been watching it. The foreign policy has traditionally in India been a consensus-driven policy. There has been another.
I don't know about
The opposition really always came together with the government when it came to foreign policy, when it came to India's efforts to win friends or which side India was taking. But that consensus, at least I feel that the consensus is breaking now. There isn't much of that consensus.
No, look, I think, yes, there was a period when you had opposition leaders who were big enough to extend their support to the government on an issue of national interest. So, for example, in the 1950s, after severely criticizing Pandit Nehru for his China policies, when the war came, the opposition stood with the government. We are seeing something very different now, which is when Galwan Ghati happened, when the Chinese forces came on the LAC and we are countering it, we actually saw sections of the opposition actually attack not just the government, they even attacked the army. I mean, you had somebody like Rahul Gandhi say, Yangtze mein hamari jawanon ki pitai hui, whereas actually our jawans gave a very strong reply in Yangtze. So, if you ask me, has the quality of the opposition gone down? I have to agree with you, yes. That opposition is no longer nationally motivated, they are much more partisan, they are not able to rise to the occasion, yes. But your basic question, which is, there was a consensus in foreign policy. Think about it. Let's take Pakistan. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee resigned because of the Nehru-Liaquat Ali Pact and the manner in which the Nehru government was conducting relations with Pakistan. B.R. Ambedkar, when he resigned, expressed deep concern about the manner in which the government had handled its relationship with the United States. On China, there was vocal criticism not only from the opposition, even from members of the cabinet about the manner in which Nehru conducted his China policy. Okay. Probably one of the most divisive issues was Israel, where starting with Maulana Azad's objection to establishing ambassadorial relations with Israel, you actually had to wait till 1992, till you had a non-Gandhi Nehru Prime Minister who established embassy. You have to wait till 2017, till Narendra Modi went as the first Prime Minister of India to Israel. So, I would actually suggest to you that that picture of consensus is quite exaggerated. In fact, at various points of time, there were sharp divisions of opinion. But you had at that time a very dominant, in fact, not one but two, Nehru and Indira Gandhi, very dominant prime ministers. And they were able to give that impression of much greater consensus than the reality actually justified.
But we have a very strong Prime Minister even now.
Yes.
But we don't have that picture of consensus.
Because I think the opposition at crucial moments has not stepped in the manner in which the opposition did. I mean, just think about it today.
Yeah.
Can you imagine on something like 26/11, a politician of that era, actually questioning it? Can you imagine Indian armed forces taking actions against Pakistan in Uri and Balakot, and they are questioning did the armed force really do it or not do it? So, I think as I said, some of it is your consensus itself is a slightly flawed, more than a slightly flawed assumption. And secondly, I think you have an opposition which today cannot think in terms of the country.